Hello and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Millie and I love any makeup, especially shiny, shifty, and sparkly eyeshadows. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking all about the new Sugar Drizzle palette, the Dragonfly Warrior palette. Here's what it looks like. We've got another 9-pan palette. And when I saw this color story, I immediately fell in love because I love this. It's so springy, but also it just feels like it really fits. Like this is exactly what I think of when I think of a Dragonfly. So I'm really in love with this color story, and this palette will be $31.95 and it will be launching this Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. And you can use my code Millie10 to save 10% off in case you're interested in picking up this palette. Let me show you some swatches. Of course, I'm going to do some swatch comparisons, and I'm also going to be doing 3 looks with this palette. So let's get right into it. For swatch comparisons, I only have Fierce, and below that is Touch of Glam Beauty Magic Realm. I think Magic Realm is darker and has more of a black base compared to Fierce. And Fierce just looks like a lighter tone of blue. And also the purple shift in Fierce isn't as obvious as in this shade. It seems like it is pretty obvious here, but you can just see it's a bit more subtle. It's not as strong of a purple. And then the second comparison from this palette is Selfless versus Borealis from Devinah Cosmetics and Looking Glass from Terra Cosmetics. And these I thought looked a little bit close straight on, and you can tell that Selfless is not as metallic, not as shiny, and the shift is really, there isn't really much of a shift compared to these other shades. I don't think it's an actual multi-chrome. It's more of just a metallic forest green shade.
Watching you undress, can't take
I can safely say that this is my favorite Sugar Drizzle palette. I don't have all of them. I have most of them, especially all the 9-pan palettes, and this is my favorite for sure. One, I love the color story. Two, I love the mattes in here. I love that there's a bright yellow and a bright green, and then we have the black eyeshadow to deepen it out, so you can just really play around, and I love that it's not just like all light mattes. And the black eyeshadow is actually really nice. It's not like super pigmented. It's a bit more on the buildable side, but I actually feel like that's better, especially for black eyeshadow, because that just gives you more control, so you can kind of start going in versus just something that's really pigmented. Like once you get it down, you can't really take away except for blending. So far, I have been liking the Sugar Drizzle matte eyeshadows. They have had some here and there in some of their other eyeshadow palettes, but I do really like that there's at least 3 in here. I feel like that's a good enough variety. However, I do kind of wish there was a blue just to go with the blue shades and the purple up on the top row. And then we have 2 almost black based multichromes. I thought they were going to be more like multichromes, but the shift is pretty subtle, especially in the shade Selfless, and you would have seen that in the swatches as well as the swatch comparisons. It really doesn't shift that much. It's a very smooth forest green color, and Fierce up here, I love the tone of it. There's something about it. It doesn't quite look the same as all the other black based multichromes that are similar to this. It's a little bit on the lighter side, and I really liked the wing that I created with it. So both of these shades are not like the most metallic types of almost multichrome shadows that you will see, like Clionadh or Devinah. You will definitely need to at least wet the brush to pick them up and really just get them to foil, and even go in with your finger afterwards. I've been doing that with pretty much any metallic shimmer at this point. Anyway, regardless if I apply it with a brush or not, these other metallic shadows are so beautiful. The very first look I did, I used Spirit and I paired it with BU, and I was so shocked how vivid the like purple duochrome is in the shade. It really is very predominant, and I think you could really get like 2 kinds of eyeshadows out of this shade depending on which kind of matte you layered it with, especially if you layered it over grace. Love the shadow. The other duochrome in here is amazing, and it is truly amazing. It is such a stunner. It is like a bluey purple, but it's more of like a periwinkle. Warrior and Fly Baby Fly are so shiny, so metallic, especially if you apply them with a finger. They just really take my breath away, and I honestly cannot wait to play with this palette more. I'm definitely going to be doing a reel in the next week or so with this, because I just feel like 3 looks wasn't enough, and I was so excited to dip into this palette and to use it. I think this is a great little 9-pan color story. I definitely recommend shopping your stash first to see if this is really worth it for you, but let me know in the comments below what you think of the color story. If you're excited about this palette, do you plan on picking it up? I would love to hear your thoughts, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, I would love it if you subscribe. There's so much indie makeup content up already on my channel and much more to come. You don't want to miss out. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.